We talked about new features here a little bit, but you did actually mention something about a cloth going over a chair. Did you want to talk about that?
Well, I can talk about it. That's simply, I was just rambling then, but yeah, Seamus has created something pretty cool that I'm not sure when it'll be implemented, but it looks pretty refined and it is pretty awesome, which is actual fabric inside the environment. And not only is it fabric, in other words, it weighs realistically, but you can literally set it over an existing object and it will drape right over the object as fabric would in real life. It's quite cool, and it's something that we hope to see in the future, and should have a fairly easy interface to use. If you know Seamus, he's the one who created the original, not the movers as we know them now, but the original moving spheres and things like that, all the cool things you see in the American flag moving around the clocks. That was all feature implemented by Seamus, and in his spare time he creates some pretty cool things, and the cloth is something that we expect to see implemented sometime, but I couldn't give you any date or time frame as far as when that would be.
It's actually one of my biggest feature requests, but I thought it was a little bit too hard to implement, so I never really mentioned it.
Really? Well, now you know it's coming.
That's awesome.
Anyone else?
New pets. Pets on a leash.
Yeah.
Pets.
Yeah.
Pets is something that I've tried to work with a few community bot people to do. It's not something that our own programmers will have time for anytime soon. As soon as we find the right bot guy and the right team, we get it together. That's something that we'd be happy to implement, and we look forward to doing so because it adds another level of interactivity. And there is something else that's coming too eventually, which is badges, where your accounts, when somebody looks at them, will be identified for certain landmarks and things that you've done in the Active Worlds community, whether it be objects that you've built or organizations that you belong to or groups that you're a part of or things like that. So those are coming down the road. I use badges because that's actually an AW Portals term. Yeah, but that's essentially what it's going to be, but it's going to be attached directly to your citizenship.
Mark on that?
Well, no, we actually, JP and I were working on that before he ever did the system on AW Portals. He just beat it to us as far as beat us to it as far as a community thing. But it's something that we want to add directly to the citizens. But where his has been successful, we probably will look at it and consider it when we're doing our own and just go from there. But we want to add more things that give you a sense of pride or accomplishment inside the environment, and more of a sense of community and to be able to look at somebody and see some of the different things that they're involved in and things that maybe you can get involved in too. So it should be fun, and it should add just another level of reason to something else to enjoy.
Public citizen profile.
Yeah, that would be neat too. Right now we just do the use MySpace or Facebook, where you can link that in your home page, and then people can go and look at that. And actually, Active Worlds can run inside Facebook now, which is neat. So that's something that might come down the pipe. Right now, I think we're more focused on just doing a new web page for you guys as far as citizens and worlds go. Something you can go to and have more direct control over your accounts, and that you can change and adjust features on the fly via the web, which I think would add something to what you can do with your citizenship and how you want to run it off of it. Also, trial sits are coming. So for those of you that are concerned about tourists, they're now going to have another option, which gives them, I believe it's going to be a 30-day trial citizen, where they can go in and pretty much use all the features that you guys use, and then after that 30 days, if they decide they don't want to register, they can go back to tourist mode.
We had that for about a month, didn't we?
What's that?
Process.
I don't know. Way back?
Or at the beginning of the price hike?
Possibly.
It's like 7 days.
Like use their credit card to get one of those?
Well, right now we still have that. There's 7 free days that anybody can get, but they have to put in a credit card, and then they have to cancel the citizenship before the 7 days are up. And if they do that, they won't be billed, but the citizen will expire. So they do have free 7 days to try out the product. Everybody has that.
We got about 7 minutes left.
Will world owners be able to customize badges and give them out, or will that be something that...
That's not the intent right now. Right now it's simply a universe-wide idea, but it doesn't mean that at some point we wouldn't add that. We do try. World owners are very important to us as far as we want them to be able to have this space. That it's one of our selling points, that you can control what you do. You go into Second Life and you buy a grid for $2,000 or whatever. You still don't have that control. The control is mainly based on the overall community. In Active Worlds, that's a huge difference. When you're a world owner, you have complete control over what you can do in there, providing you stay within the guidelines of the total environment. But beyond that, set and ready to go. So they are important to us, and just like giving them cab options or being able to turn off cabs and control what their atmosphere is in that environment, certainly adding badges would be another step in that direction. Or, what's that? You might, yeah. We've got to keep a couple funny ones. We're hoping to come up as well. So that's certainly, most banned citizen or most moderated forum poster.
Well, and I would probably get tied for that one.
Can be an award, certainly. Anyone else? Anyone over here? All right, with that, I'll turn it over to Stacy.